Welcome back to another video. You're on some of this. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and after you subscribe, be sure to put some post notifications so you'll miss another upload. I don't know what it was, but this particular client actually been coming to me for a while. But for some reason, I don't know. I guess he was having a long day at work. Brody was going to sleep in a chair. Now, as a barber, hairstylist, whatever, y'all let me know if you, as a client, have you ever fell asleep in a chair while getting, service or servicing somebody else? And like, what do? You know what I'm saying? Do you wake them up or like, how do you go about that? I don't know, kind of weird situation, but we pretty much just handled it professionally and just kind of went on with the cut and just try to obviously make sure we don't mess him up due to the fact of obviously he went to sleep a few times while getting his cut. But I mean, I guess it kind of is a testament to the type of cut he's getting and like the professionalism and how good the cut is. You feel me? I guess cut was so crispy, bro went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? He had that much faith in me. The fact that he was like, bro, I'm finna go to sleep. You gonna ahead cut my hair. I don't care how it come out. Obviously, he knew it was gonna come out crazy. Bro paid $250 for the cut. Y'all let me know. Welcome back to another video. Y'all know time of this. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the video. And after you subscribe, make sure you put out some post notifications so you won't miss another upload. If you are under a rock and you haven't really watched none of my content as far as me cutting like younger kids and stuff like that, basically I cut them for free. So anybody who pretty much is a kid, mainly single parent. So his single parent mom came and dropped him off, and you could tell before he got this haircut that he was looking pretty homeless. This is how his haircut started. He basically was one of the people that pretty much fell in a victim of getting I guess you call it a double lineup, a double edge, a faded hairline, but you also still got an afro. So it's kind of weird, but y'all seen how it looked at first. We pretty much took all of that away. We threw that in the trash, and we got a nice little gentleman cut right here. So we dropped him all the way down to like almost a 2, but really like a 1.8. And after that, we pretty much just tapered the sides in the back. Y'all let me know how it came out. This usually is a $250 cut, but it's free like I said. Y'all let me know how it came out. Welcome back to another video. You already know what time it is. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the video. And after you subscribe, be sure to put out some post notifications. Obviously, for obvious reasons, you want to be notified that we upload it. But this pretty much right here is a breakdown of a knotless braids boohoo edition style that pretty much we knocked out. This usually take roughly around 4 to 5 hours. We did it in 4 hours, and she ended up paying $12.50 for this particular style. I like to tell other barbers or other hairstylists, don't just be a barber, expand out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to actually add more ingredients. I kind of like to reference it towards basketball just because, like, that's, you feel me, that's what I'm into, whatever the case, or, like, that's what gets people attention. You don't want to just be one-dimensional. You don't want to just be a defensive player because when it's time to get a bucket, you're not going to be on the floor. You know what I mean? You don't want to just be a scorer because when it's time to get a stop, you're not going to be on the floor. Welcome back to another video. You're not some of this. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You're in the vibes. After you subscribe, be sure to put on some post notifications so you won't miss another upload. This particular video is pretty much a recap of some knotless boohoo braids that was installed. This is actually also butt length on this particular client. The thing about doing this, man, is very timely consuming. It took 6 hours to actually do, but I usually charge $2,000, so that's what I charged. You know what I'm saying? That's the price. Just because it takes so long to actually do, it's time consuming, but the client loved it, came out nice, and obviously she probably gonna have this in her head for like a month and a half. So, I mean, I guess it's worth it on her half. Yeah. Y'all let me know how it came out. Rate it. Y'all be the judge of it. Welcome back to another video. Y'all know time of this. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the video. After you subscribe, be sure to put us on post notifications so you won't miss another upload. Yeah. So this particular cut is pretty much a high fade. Kind of almost close to like a Boosie fade, but kind of more round-ish. Boosie fade, kind of like straight chili bowl, kind of, if you know what that is. But pretty much we went with that first due to the fact that obviously the client haven't had a haircut in like 2 weeks. This client actually been coming to me for a little minute now. So when you got clients that come to you consistently, you know what they get. It's kind of like second nature. You literally just follow everything step by step. You follow everything by the same step-by-step guidelines that you've been doing it. This client hair for a while now. So Brady and paying $250 for the haircut. And yeah, he been coming to me since I was charging $100. So shout out to bro, shout out to the client. Obviously he messed with the cut, and obviously he ended up with the waves due to the fact that, you know what I'm saying, he always end up with waves. But yeah, let me know. Welcome back to the video. You're on some of this. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the video, and after you subscribe, be sure to put us on post notifications so you won't miss another upload. This right here is a knotless boohoo bob. Pretty much it's just some braids that's in like bob form, pretty much. Sometimes I add hair, sometimes I don't. So it just depends on what the client wants and what's the preference upon the style that pretty much we kind of go over during the consultation or whatever. But this particular hairstyle ended up costing her $800. That's including travel and this, that, and the third as well. So yeah, you don't argue about whatever you pay for water and this, that, and the third. So I feel like if a woman comes in and she want her hair done a certain way, you shouldn't argue about the price, because obviously you chose, you know what I'm saying, the person that you chose to go to. So, but other than that, y'all let me know, rate how it came out.